Welcome, everybody. I am very happy to be here to open the life science stage for the 2025 TechBBQ. My name is Morten. I've been part of the life science and startup ecosystem in Denmark for more than a decade. And I'll be your host today and for the whole 2 days of TechBBQ. We have an exciting program for you. But as you notice, this is a silent stage. You're wearing headphones. The speakers will be wearing headphones. That doesn't mean that you should not be interacting with them. There'll be Slido in the panels and keynotes and so on, so you can scan a code and ask questions. And remember to cheer and clap and yell, because there's still a lot of energy coming from the crowd when you're standing here. These 2 days are packed with more than 80 speakers, almost 15 hours of exciting content. And this is bigger and more exciting than it has ever been before. This is the third year of a dedicated life science stage here in TechBBQ, and this is by far the most ambitious. Some really brilliant keynotes, panels, and fireside chats coming up. So I hope you're excited about this. Also, this could not have happened without the support from the ecosystem, and especially the Novo Nordisk Foundation, who's been gracefully supporting this financially. So let's also give them a round of applause. So this is the culmination of 13 years of TechBBQ. But with no further ado, I would love to introduce a representative from the Novo Nordisk Foundation, Charlotte Schiller, who's a senior scientific manager of the Novo Nordisk Foundation.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great honor for me to welcome you to the TechBBQ 2025 Life Science Stage here in wonderful Copenhagen. For the first time, we are in Bella Center, slightly different environment than it's been the previous years in the Lokomotivværkstedet, but I honestly think that the TechBBQ team has managed to create the same sort of sense of startup and creativity, which is great. That's preserved. This stage represents not just a physical platform, but it's a gathering of minds and ideas that promise to shape the future of life sciences. In the next 2 days, we celebrate the spirit of exploration and those who dare to dream and transform their dreams into reality. Around the stage, you can see 30 startups showcased with a diverse range of innovative solutions and products within life science. You have planetary health on one side and human health on the other, and the colors of green and blue beautifully merge into the turquoise behind us. The theme of scaling and internationalization, these are crucial for the success and growth of startups. The next 2 days will bring discussions on cutting-edge innovation, groundbreaking technologies, and exchange of ideas that will drive the scaling and the internationalization of innovation in life sciences. This afternoon, we can look forward to 8 startups pitching their innovations with the opportunity to win this year's prize. And in a moment, you will be introduced to 4 selected startups out of the 30 startups showcased here. We'll have multiple opportunities to delve into aspects on internationalization, examples of fast scaling, and learnings from scale-up journeys. We'll hear about building communities, building incubator environments, and about the developments in the Danish innovation ecosystem within AI for life sciences. We'll also hear about smart regulatory pathways and regulatory strategies for building trust. Finally, we'll understand the perspectives of US and Nordic VCs when evaluating opportunities. Let's remember that true progress comes not just in the knowledge we gain, but in the connections we make and the collaborations we build. At the Novo Nordisk Foundation, we believe in the power of collaboration and the importance of fostering a fertile ground for the scientific discovery and innovation to improve people's health and the sustainability of society and the planet. By working together, we can turn aspirations into achievements and ideas into innovations that can benefit humanity for generations to come. Thank you for being here and welcome again. Let the exploration begin.
Thank you very much, Charlotte, and thank you to the Novo Foundation again for making all this possible. These 2 days, we have an exciting program for you with lots of corporate, universities, investors, and others. But TechBBQ has always been about the founders, the startups. And right now we'll have 4 exciting startups coming up. First off, we have Peak Emulsions with Natasha Okulova. We'll have Seagrowth with Birgitta Askrimsdottir, NeoCare Nordic with Christine Cooney Bucleo, and Hemispherian with Chief Scientific Officer Adam Robertson. First off, let's hear from Peak Emulsions.
Hello, my name is Nastasia. I represent Peak Emulsions. Essentially, what we do is we're trying to mix oil and water. And as you all know, the two liquids do not easily mix. So how do they do this in the industry? They simply put that mixture into a large industrial blender that mechanically mixes the liquids together, and that ends up destroying a lot of essential natural ingredients. And then to keep that mixture stable, they fill it up with all kinds of additives. That is how you end up having 20 different ingredients on your food label. And that is exactly the recipe for making ultra-processed foods. So around a third of our food intake of an average European actually consists of ultra-processed foods. And some of those ingredients are linked to serious health issues. So here comes our innovation into play. At Peak Emulsions, we are developing a method that can mix liquids together without destroying natural ingredients, because our process using a much gentler approach. We also, at the same time, are using significantly less energy than the current methods, and it allows us also to use less additives. So our long-term goal with this technology is to really replace ingredients on the shelves in the supermarket, going from ultra-processed foods to much healthier and more sustainable alternatives. So this year's topic on the stage here is internationalization and scaling up. And in my personal opinion, if Europe would like to stay relevant and be able to compete on the international markets, we need to invest into local solutions and into local production. And that also is connected to the fact that our salaries are quite high and our resources are simply vanishing. So we need to invest into innovation here in Europe, and specifically into deep tech, so we can really unite and support our future manufacturing. And that is also why we are here at TechBBQ. For us as a small startup, it's very important to get investments along the way, because a deep tech journey is quite lengthy and hard. And it is really great for us to attend events like this, where we are surrounded by peers and just brilliant, innovative people, and also have an opportunity to meet possible investors and collaboration partners and clusters. All of these really help us grow, and it is completely essential for us to survive. So just to quickly wrap up, so please remember to think about what you eat, because a third of our diet today consists of ultra-processed foods, and maybe there's some food for thoughts there. Please invest into deep tech solutions, because today's deep tech startups are going to be tomorrow's industrial producers, and you don't want to miss out on that. And then please pass by our booth, number 22, right over there, and talk more if you also think that we should eat less ultra-processed foods. Thank you very much. So now I would like to invite the next speaker, Birgitta from Seagrowth.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Birgitta Askrimsdottir. I am the CEO and co-founder of Seagrowth. What we do might seem futuristic, but is very real. Cultivating fish out of cells, without the need of farming or catching the animal. But to be very clear in the beginning, we are not here to replace the conventional seafood, but to add something new to the seafood culinary world. Think about this like the sushi once entered the European market. What we are creating is a new category, a real fish, but grown differently and with a sustainability footprint the ocean can live with. So what we do, we start with a small sample of cells taken from fish eggs. Those cells are naturally created or designed to grow and to divide. But instead of growing in the ocean, we give them all the nutritions they would usually find in nature: amino acids, minerals, sugars, etc. And instead of floating in seawater, those cells grow inside bioreactors. This is a very carefully controlled environment where temperature, oxygen, pH are just right. And you can think about this as an artificial ocean, only cleaner and more efficient, and without any contaminations from antibiotics or microplastics. So over time, those cells, they grow into fish tissue. It's not the intimate, it's a real, genuine fish meat, but without the bones, without the head, and without the scalp. We are working on this in Iceland because Iceland has something unique and rare. We have renewable energy, which is clean and affordable, and making this process much more sustainable. We also have pristine water resources and a long tradition of seafood expertise. Fish is part of what we are in our economy, in our culture, in our kitchen, meaning that we are innovating in a place that deeply understands the value of seafood. Seagrowth was founded just last year, 2024, after we won the biggest competition, startup competition in Iceland. And our prize money became our funding capital. In a short time, we have been able to set up our biotech lab, national funds, and started with our first cultivated salmonoid lines. We have also built partnerships with partners across Europe. And those partnerships are very important because they enable us to create a system for food production from day one, instead of having to adjust to the pharmaceutical, very expensive systems. This year of TechBBQ speaks directly to us, because scaling up means going from a petri dishes into pilot production and proving that we can make cultivated fish with a price that the market can support. And internationalization is also in our DNA. From day one, we have planned beyond Iceland. Our initial market will be Europe, but of course of Singapore, which is pioneer, and Iceland itself, of course, where chefs and consumers embrace sustainability and innovation. We will start with high-end kitchens. After that, we will go to seafood producers and eventually mainstreaming products like sushi fillings, snacks, and/or salmon surimis. Being here at TechBBQ is very important for us. This is where we gain a visibility. This is where we meet partners and investors. This is where we get insights for scaling up and to build a momentum forwards to bringing cultivated fish to the market. At Seagrowth, we believe that the future of seafood is choice. The consumer should be able to enjoy real fish that is healthy, that is clean, and that is delicious, whether it comes from the ocean or from a bioreactor. And if we can give people those alternatives while we are reducing the pressure of the marine ecosystem, then we have truly made impact. Thank you. Please, we have a booth over there. We would welcome you for any discussions or feedbacks. And next in line is Christine Cooney from NeoCare Nordic. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. I am Christine. I am founder and CEO of NeoCare Nordic. When I was asked to actually speak here today, I was starting to think, what should I say? I was wondering, okay, what have I been through the last 3 years? 3 years ago, I had this. I was completely on my own, like I am on this stage. And over the last 3 years, I have kind of turned around. So now I have all of you guys behind me, because you cannot get any products out on the market on your own. And I think that is why TechBBQ is so important. Because the network and the people together, we create magic. So at NeoCare Nordic, we produce mattresses for neonatal children. Should make it easier to move them, to the parents to have much more skin-to-skin contact. So over the last 3 years, we have gone from being on my own with this product to have a co-founder, to have a product, to get investment, to have a CE mark, to actually have hospitals standing ready to get our product out. So I am goddamn proud of this. And I have not done this on my own. I have done it together with biomedical design raised by the Novo Nordisk Foundation. I have done it together with Create MedTech that you can find here as well. I've done it together with like 1 million people. So I want to do it even further with you guys, raising money to get these children out to their parents where they actually belong. These children has a better survival range of 32% if they are in the arms of their parents more than 8 hours a day. So that's what we're fighting for. And this topic of today is internationalization. And the last 3 years, we come from being just me to this big team. And actually, now we are looking into the world. We have gotten our co-founder, CCO, Finn Kettler, and he is looking into the world already. So we're talking to German distributors, we're talking to France and English, UK distributors, and we're talking to the people at the US already. Even though we are small, we're already looking out because we know that Denmark and Europe is not our market. The world is our market. It's a niche product, and it's important to have it out in the whole world. And we know that we need to start early. I found this extremely important to be here today because I want to get to know all the people here that I don't already know. Because, as you say, it takes a community to raise a child, but it takes maybe a TechBBQ to produce a product and get it out into the world. So, hope that you will come to find us at our booth over here in the corner. We will show you the product. We'll talk to you. Starting to raise money again here in a couple of weeks. So come and talk to us because we want to change the world one baby at a time. And I really hope that you will help us because we cannot do this on our own. Thank you. And the next speaker is Adam. So thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Adam Robertson, and thank you for the introduction. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer at Hemispherian. And at Hemispherian, we're advancing a new class of pharmaceuticals that target the DNA damage response. And our lead pharmaceutical is targeting particularly hard-to-kill cancers, including glioblastoma and pancreatic cancer. It's a real honor to be able to speak here today at TechBBQ. As I understand, this is the Nordic region's largest startup event and one of the few places where deep tech, digital tech, biotech, and climate innovation all can share the same stage. This year's theme, Build to Matter, resonates deeply with us at Hemispherian. Because for Hemispherian, what we build is personal, why we build it is urgent, and how we build it, globally, collaboratively, and with intention, is key to impact. At Hemispherian, we're building drugs that kill brain cancer. We don't just slow it down, but rather we kill it. Our lead asset, GLIX1, is a small molecule that penetrates the brain and selectively attacks glioblastoma. This is a fast-growing, lethal cancer that has no effective treatment, and survival is measured in mere months. We've completed safety studies, and we've received clearance from the US FDA. And now, with the support of lead clinicians from Mount Sinai, Stanford, and Northwestern universities, we're going to have GLIX1 into patients to treat glioblastoma. This is real, this is now, and this matters. But this isn't about just one drug. We've also discovered that GLIX1 works synergistically with existing pharmaceuticals, enabling them to work in cancers that they can't currently treat, including ovarian cancers, prostate cancers, and many more. This opens up a massive global opportunity, but more importantly, it means helping patients who currently have no options. And this is where the TechBBQ theme hits home. We believe in building with purpose, not to make something new, but to make something that lasts, scales, and saves lives. To do that, we're scaling up intentionally. We're moving from academic discovery to FDA-cleared clinical trials. We're manufacturing and running our trials internationally, and we're raising global capital to bring a Nordic-born innovation to the world stage. And all of this is happening together with a small committed team in Oslo with fewer than 20 people. We're proof that Nordic science can lead globally when we build deliberately and with the right support. And that's why we're here at TechBBQ, because this is more than a biotech story. It's a scale-up story. It's a cross-sector story. And more importantly, it's a human story. We're a Nordic company, And like many in this region, we're used to building carefully, deliberately, and with a long-term view. But in our field, it's not always enough. Patients with aggressive cancers can't wait for years for change. So now we're moving fast. We're scaling up globally because the science is ready and the need is urgent. And that's the invitation we want to leave you with. If you believe in building to matter, in supporting science that changes lives and not just balance sheets, then come talk to us. We're at the Hemispherian booth, which is right over there, booth number 5. And we'd love to show you what a handful of Norwegian scientists are doing to change the future of cancer treatments and how you can be part of it. Thank you to the organizers, our fellow innovators, and to everyone here who still believes in things that truly matter.